So I went from my grandfather's funeral to seeing this, to us putting him into the ground, to having to leave and keep my promise to the youth and join them for their tournament, which was an awesome experience. So that's what you'll be seeing next. I'm doing a video. I'm doing a video. I'm doing a video.
Oh, we got next. No, we already got next. We got next after Josh. That way? That way. Xavier. Oh. Ah, man. What are you doing? Oh, excuse me.
Let me have it.
So thank y'all for being tuned in on this journey, man. You know, we first started outside, our first video, so it's only right that we brought it back outside. You know, a lot of people been asking, like, how have I been doing, how have I feeling? You know, of course, I mixed feelings. Sometimes I feel amazing. Sometimes I'm upset. Sometimes I want to cry. Sometimes I want to be by myself. Sometimes I'm frustrated, you know. Just, I don't know, a lot of mixed emotions. Got my daughter Dallas outside. She been riding with me this whole time through the process. This video that you actually watching is us at the tournament. And so, not to go back into, you know, all my mixed emotions about the funeral, I want to talk about the youth in the tournament. Obviously, I left the funeral, as you can see, and went straight to the tournament with them. And man, it was a great experience. First, let's say, man, these kids are the most chill kids that you will ever meet. Chill kids, man. They won rec basketball. They won in our county. They won it, so we took them to a tournament where they could play other counties. And man, what I tell you, they showed out. They showed out. We had an early game on Saturday morning. They won that game. Then we played another team right after that. We lost that game. It was pool play, so, you know, you was guaranteed, you know, 3 or 4 games. The top 2 teams going to the Final Four for the championship. And pretty much we won out until we got to the championship game, and we lost. The game we lost to on Saturday is the same team we lost to in the championship. Reason why we aren't super upset as coaches is because the team we were playing were AAU team. They wasn't a rec team. You know, I kind of feel like it was unfair because it was supposed to be only rec teams. But they was an AAU team. They got it. We came in second place. We still got awards. It was still a great learning experience. At halftime against that AAU team, we was only down by 10. So it wasn't a super blowout. You know, I think we ended up maybe losing by 14. You know, they had an AAU team. You know, all of their players were, you know, highly developed and good. You know, most of our players were good, but you could just tell the skill level was a little different. Those kids who've been playing at AAU for a while versus rec kids, you know, just a little difference. But man, you talk about excited. We did really well. So proud of them. We had a great season. Like I said, within our county, we won it all. We go out, play all the other counties, came in second. You know, yeah, I know they say, you know, second place is first person that lost, but you know, it was worth it, man. We were worth it. They got a lot out of it. You know, to be honest, I get more out of it as a coach than them. You know, leaving the funeral helped get all of my mind off of, you know, just what was going on in my life, and just, you know, I've been avoiding, you know, the inevitable. You know, the last 2 days, you know, since we've been back. Today's Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday, I've been kind of able to chill a little bit and really just think about stuff. And I would have to say that, you know, the funeral and everything, I'm content. My mother, you know, she said she was happy with how everything came out, the way we did everything. So that brought joy in my heart. At the funeral, I just cried. And then when I got to the tournament, man, the kids were just so joyous and happy. You know, it helped me not be able to think about it, you know. Monday, one of my friends took me to lunch, and it was cool. Look, still staying busy. And then today I haven't did much, and I've been thinking about it a little bit more. And so, not to stay in my feelings, I just started dropping a lot of the videos that we had in our phone. So if you've been following along or watching all the videos we done dropped, you can kind of be able to follow the process. And we're going to keep kind of dropping it. We want to get back to it. You know, I'm definitely going to do some sports stuff, some college basketball, NBA playoffs about to start, March Madness, all these crazy things. My Dallas Cowboys not really doing much. But at this point, I'm content. I think my biggest thing that I continue to take away is, you know, I don't want to waste my life. I feel like a lot of what I've been doing is just, you know, wasting my life a little bit. I wish I could have accomplished more before my grandfather had passed. I feel like he's seen me, you know, have a family, take care of him, be responsible, and I think he'll be proud of that. But I wanted to be able to give and do so much more. So I'm in this space, honestly, trying to figure out how to improve who I am, what I'm trying to do, and my mark on this world. And it's kind of frustrating because when you feel like you're doing everything in your power and you're not getting any progress, it becomes frustrating. And that's kind of where I'm at. Feel like the work that you're doing is not meaningful. Feel like all the hard work, everything you're trying to do is not really pushing you forward, and you want to push forward, and you're just going in emotions. The most important thing right now in my life is, you know, providing and being there for my kids and my family. And I feel like I'm doing a decent, okay job, but I want to do better, man. I want to let them experience and have and do much more. And so that's super important. And then the youth and the basketball team that I coach, I just want them to be best players that they can be. We have about 3 or 4 players that do have opportunities to play high school ball and maybe go beyond, you know. But even if they decide not to do that and they want to stay with recreational basketball, I just want them to be the best players they can be and give them everything I got. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've did that. And I just want to be able to translate that throughout, you know, the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to be back chipper and crunk and hype like I normally am. But I still want to continue to drop videos. I just want to show y'all. The next clip y'all will see is at the end. Like I said, we got second place. So they definitely got medals. We got a team trophy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're going to be recognized. It was a great experience. But they're a little, you know, they upset because they feel like they should have been a top dog. You know what I mean? They felt like there was an AU team and it wasn't unfair. But, man, they played a great game. They played a great game. That AU team was blowing all the other teams out by so much more. Like, they beat one team 60-3, 60-4. At halftime, we was down by 10. We ended up losing by 14. We played a great game. Just little key things that they got to clean up. You know what I'm saying? They play, you know, 2 or 3 games a day. You know, that's not really normal for rec basketball. You play 1 game a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Where AAU, you used to play 2-3 games a day. They wasn't quite used to that. And so, great learning experience, though. I know next year in rec basketball, whoever they play for, if they play with us again, they're going to be really tough to deal with because of that experience. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all gonna see the end clips of them just kind of watching the other team get their awards. Shout out to Rocky Mount. They won a tournament. We came in second, the Hill Bobcats. Make sure y'all hit that like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to my youth, Hill Bobcats. Peace. So close to winning, so close. We came in second. It's all good though. Always next year. Look,
Hill Bobcats all the way. We coming back next year.
We coming back strong. We lit. Good. They did good though. They did good. Make sure y'all stay tuned in. Rocking out. We're gonna keep y'all updated. It's after the funeral. We was with the kids. That's Coach Hill, Coach Xavier.